Welcome to today's Explainer. We're embarking on a pretty fascinating expedition today to navigate the digital horizon. Now, if you've been paying any attention to the news lately, you already know that technology is moving at an absolutely breakneck pace. But today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. This Explainer is going to give us a true structural map of what's actually happening behind the scenes, and more importantly, how it's going to affect all of us.
Before we even map out the terrain today, I want you to ask yourself a simple, but honestly, pretty heavy question. Are you truly ready for what's next? It's really easy to instinctively say yes when we think about just upgrading a smartphone or, downloading a new app. But what is coming over the next few years is on an entirely different scale.
So, here's our map for today. We'll be going over 1. Defining the horizon. 2. Key technological shifts. 3. Navigating new challenges. 4. Impact on daily life. And 5. Preparing for the future. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. Defining the digital horizon.
Okay, so the digital horizon. The report defines this as the imminent convergence of emerging technologies that fundamentally reshape how we live, work, and interact. The crucial takeaway here is that this isn't just about one shiny new gadget or some isolated piece of software. It's about an entire ecosystem shift. Notice that word, convergence. That's when artificial intelligence, advanced cloud computing, and next-generation hardware all just smash together to completely change our everyday reality. It's a massive paradigm shift.
And there's a quote from the report that brilliantly illustrates this. It says, "The digital horizon is not a fixed destination, but a continuous state of rapid adaptation and systemic transformation." Basically, we aren't traveling to a point on a map where we can just stop, put our feet up, and say we figured it all out. If you treat this like a finish line, you are going to be exhausted. Instead, we have to adopt an entirely new way of traveling, one that requires constant curiosity and total flexibility from all of us.
Moving right along to Section 2, Key Technological Shifts. Looking at the projected growth over the next decade, artificial intelligence just completely outpaces the Internet of Things and the decentralized cloud. It's really not even close. And that's because AI isn't just a standalone tool, it's the foundational engine for all other digital expansion. So while the decentralized cloud provides the crucial infrastructure, and IoT provides billions of data points, AI is the actual brain making sense of it all. It's pushing that growth entirely off the charts.
And to put a finer point on just how fast this integration is happening, check out this number, 85%. The report states that within the next 5 years, 85% of core business operations will rely on these integrated tech ecosystems. That means in just half a decade, nearly 9 out of 10 businesses will be structurally dependent on this new architecture. So, if you're in the workforce right now or you're planning to enter it soon, this is exactly the environment you're going to be operating in.
Okay, on to Section 3, Navigating New Challenges. When we compare the old paradigm to the new horizon, the shift is pretty wild. The old way was defined by siloed data and slow manual adaptation. It was clunky, sure, but it was incredibly predictable. The new horizon, on the other hand, brings hyper-connected risks and a relentless need for upskilling. Because everything is converging now, a failure or a security breach in one system cascades into all the others almost instantly. So yes, we gain unprecedented speed and capabilities, but we also face this immense pressure to constantly maintain and upgrade our own skill sets just to survive.
Which actually brings us to this absolutely fascinating concept called digital friction. This is defined as the hidden operational and cognitive costs of rapidly adopting unrefined emerging technologies. Honestly, this is so important to grasp. It's the very real burnout and technical debt we face if we just sprint toward the horizon without a map. Think about the frustration of having to learn, say, 5 new software platforms at your job in a single year, or the operational nightmare a company faces when they deploy an AI tool before their internal data is actually organized. Digital friction is the drag on our momentum, and managing it is literally just as critical as adopting the tech itself.
That brings us to Section 4, Impact on Daily Life. So let's pivot and ask why this matters to you. When we break down the sectors that will see the highest immediate consumer impact, workplace tools takes up a massive 40%. Then we've got healthcare access at 25%, personal finance at 20%, and media at 15%. This clearly shows that the way you work, the tools you interact with every single day at your desk, and the way you manage your physical health will be the 2 most immediately disrupted areas of your everyday life. This isn't some abstract theory, it's going to change your morning routine.
Let's look at exactly what those disruptions will look like in practice. First, we're going to see a major shift toward AI-driven proactive healthcare, where systems analyze your wearable data to actually predict illnesses before you even feel symptoms. Then we'll see the rise of decentralized personal banking, totally changing how we hold, secure, and transfer our money without traditional middlemen. We're also looking at automated workplace logistics, where AI schedules, routes, and optimizes your entire workday for you. And finally, highly personalized immersive media, where your entertainment adapts to your specific preferences in real time. So from AI scheduling your doctor visits to how you consume the news, these are concrete milestones you're going to start noticing very soon.
And finally, Section 5, Preparing for the Future.
So how do we get ready? The report gives us a really actionable 3-step plan that you can literally start using today so you don't get left behind. Step 1, audit your current digital skills. You really have to know your baseline. What do you actually understand about AI and cloud computing, and where are your blind spots? Step 2, invest in continuous micro-learning. You combat that digital friction we talked about earlier by dedicating just a few minutes a week to learning a new tool or concept. And Step 3, embrace agile adaptation over rigid planning. Because the horizon is constantly moving, your 5-year plans have to be flexible enough to shift right along with it.
I'll leave you with this final thought as you navigate your own digital transformation. As the digital horizon constantly shifts, are you charting the course, or are you just along for the ride? Passivity is definitely the biggest risk of all in this new era. Thank you so much for joining this explainer, and as always, keep exploring.